Hello all. In this video, I would like to cover Selenium interview questions on Textbox. Right. One of the most frequently asked question is how to type into a text box using Selenium WebDriver. So we have different ways how to type into a text box. First one, if you see by using the sendKeys. So this is the direct way of doing it. So driver.findElement, and you will find your locator by using any way, either by ID, by XPath, or whatever way, and do a sendKeys. This is the most common way we are using. And there are second way also by using JavaScript Executor. So why we need to go for JavaScript Executor is sometimes even though you are able to identify the element, Selenium cannot perform the sendKeys action on that particular element. So then obviously you need to go for JavaScript Executor. In JavaScript Executor also there are two ways to perform type action in the text box. So one is like by using document.getElementById. So this will work only whenever you have the ID attribute for that particular text box field. So if the ID is not available, there are some other attributes, then definitely you need to use the third way. Again, it is also by using JavaScript Executor, but arguments dot value by using this WebElement. So now we'll see how can we do that. Okay, we'll see one by one. So I'll just navigate to this site byagif.co.uk, and then so here I would like to type something in this particular text box. First, let me identify this element. Okay, it has different attributes like type, name, ID. So I'll go ahead with ID as I have ID. Driver.findElement by .id. As I told you, this was I'll just say birthday. So I have just commented this driver.pic so that you can see that it has typed in the test field or not. So let me run this one. Run as test. It will launch the browser and navigate into that particular URL. And actually, it just comes this cookies thing. I allowed it. See, now when I have done the sendKey, so it's able to type birthday gift here in the text box. This is the first way. Okay. Okay, let me just comment it out this one. So I'll do the second way by using the JavaScript Executor. So let me just copy this code here. So this JavaScript Executor, you need to import the package for that. I already have imported the package. So this JavaScript Executor, this is the package. And then see here, so JavaScript Executor jse.executeScript document.getElementById, and here I need to give the ID of it. So I already know this ID is this search underscore hyphen field, search hyphen field, this ID. And let me maximize this. So value, what text you want to type in? I'll just say JavaScript gift, something like that. So I would like to type this particular word in the text field. So, but this method, it works only for if you have ID, because document.getElementById is the JavaScript method. For that, you are setting an attribute. Okay. So let me execute this as well. And as test. So now it will also launch the browser. We'll navigate to that, and it should be able to type into that particular text box. See, JavaScript gift. So this particular text is written by using this JavaScript Executor. So there are some cases that your text box might not have an ID. So it is having some other attributes other than ID. So then what we have to do? So let me comment out this as well. So, okay, I'll close this one. The third way is by using the arguments.value. So this one. For this one, we need a web element. So let me find out the web element, or let me inspect this one. I would like to write, let's say, by using the class name, or yeah, by using XPath. Okay. Control F, / input @ name equal to this. Okay, this is the XPath for that. Uniquely, it is identifying for me. Then what I'll do is I'll store this web element. So somewhere here, driver.findElement by .xpath. I'll put the XPath here, and then I'll store it in a web element. Web element. It will import the necessary packages element, and this element I'll give it here as an argument to my JavaScript. So now, without using ID also, I just find the element by using the XPath, and then I have stored it in a variable called element, and then I'm calling it here in the JavaScript executor. So what I want to set value here. So using arguments. Yeah, I'll just type in that particular thing using arguments. Let me run this one. Again, it should launch the browser. We'll do it. This particular text, whatever I have given as using arguments, that will be typed into that particular text box. See, using arguments is typed. So in this way, we can execute, or you can type the you can type into a text box by using 3 different ways: by using sendKeys, JavascriptExecutor, document.getElementById, JavascriptExecutor, arguments.value. These are the 3 different ways to type into a text box.